What's up, everybody? This is an episode of my R&B review. MC Reg here. The album I'm about to be reviewing today is Prince, Sign of the Times, released in 1987 on Paisley Park Records under Warner Brothers. Singles album's known for is Sign of the Times, If I Was Your Girlfriend, You Got the Look, I Can Never Take the Place of Your Man, and Hot Thing. You guys should know who Prince is. You guys should know about this album. It's a classic album. Let me just tell you a little background right quick. He got his musical start like around like the mid to late 70s when he formed a band called 94 East. And I guess he wanted to go solo. So 1978, I believe, he dropped his first album, For You, which was like a good album in its own right. Like I think he played all the instruments around his early recordings and stuff like that. Then the next year, in 1979, he dropped his second album, his self-titled second album. Now that album actually put him in the map though, cause it had singles like I Wanna Be Your Lover, Why You Wanna Treat Me So Bad, and stuff like that. And the year after that, he released Dirty Mind. Now that album, Dirty Mind, actually it pushed him further into boundaries. Like that album was like really crazy and stuff like that, because it had songs like Uptown, Head, and stuff like that. It was also around this time when he toured with Rick James around this time, and they got into a little beef and stuff like that. So I guess what I heard was Rick James, that Prince was trying to steal his shine and stuff like that. But hold on one minute. Yeah, so Rick James thought that Prince was trying to steal his style and stuff like that. Then the year after that, he dropped his fourth album, Controversy, which was another big album. It was actually more like a political kind of album. And that next year, he dropped 1999, which was like very big album, stuff like that. And he had songs like Let's Pretend We're Married, Little Red Corvette, 1999. And that actually got him some MTV exposure around that time, you know. Then in around 1983, 1984, he started working on his movie / album, Purple Rain, which is like, it's a classic movie. Everyone should know about that movie. And oh, I forgot, 1999 was actually the first album where his band, The Revolution, came into the premise, like, and so they became like really known, like on the Purple Rain album, released in 1984. Dope album. That album I have in my collection, stuff like that. Has songs like Let's Go Crazy, When Doves Cry, stuff like that. You guys should know about that album. Then in 1985, oh, he actually won an Academy Award for the Purple Rain. So also around the next year, he said he didn't want to do no music videos or live performances, and so we all knew it wasn't true. So in 1985, he dropped the Around the World in a Day, which was like more of like a psychedelic kind of pop kind of album. That album that's actually okay, you know, a good album. I mean, it's not like one of my favorite, but it's still like a good album in its own right. It has songs like Pop Life, Raspberry Beret, Condition for Hearts. Yeah. Then next year, he started working on another movie called Under the Cherry Moon for the album Parade. And then the album Parade had hits like Kiss, Girls and Boys, and I think everyone hated the movie around that time. They thought it was kind of silly and stuff like that. And then that album Parade was actually the last time you got to see The Revolution and stuff like that. And so he started working on like this album. But see, the thing about this album is most of the album was actually he was actually working on like the Dream Factory, Cristobal and Camille. So he just combined like most of the songs and put it on this album. Also, another thing too, he actually did another concert film based on this album and stuff like that. And so, like I said before, this album right here is like more of a darker approach than his other albums. And like he and his group around this time, they would have like studio problems and stuff like that. And like you notice in some of the songs, like his voice is kind of like out of sync. Or I would actually play the album right now, but if you're a fan of Prince, you guys should know why I can't really play his music on YouTube. If you don't know, then inbox me or leave a comment and I'll explain it to you. Other than that, the first song on the first disc of the album, Sign of the Times, pretty dope song. Basically sets the whole mood of the album. But it's like he's talking about all the political things that are happening in the world and stuff like that. Pretty dope song, single. The video is actually dope too. Next song, Playing the Sunshine. It's kind of like a happy dappy kind of song, you know, and stuff like that. And you can tell that this was like influenced by the 1999 era, you know what I'm saying. Track number 3 is Housequake. I love Housequake. It's a dope ass song right here. It's basically like a Parliament funkadelic kind of influence with James Brown, mixing with the craziness of the late 80s. Like you mix it all together, you got this song right here. Track number 4, The Ballad of Dorothy Parker. This song right here is a very interesting song. Here's a little story. This was actually supposed to be a single too, but I think they were having some studio problems. Like this is when the studio problems came in. And so what I got from the song was like, I think when I read about this song, he actually got into, the song's about him getting into argument with this girl, and he goes into the restaurant where he meets a girl named Dorothy Parker. And like I think he's trying to make him feel better, something like that. But then all of a sudden though, Dorothy Parker is actually a real woman though. She was actually an American writer and poet. But like Prince never knew about this. Dorothy Parker was a real woman, because I think what I heard was the name actually came to him as a dream and stuff like that. You know, you don't know what to expect with Prince sometimes. Other than that, it's really dope song. Kind of like his flow in that song, like stuff like that. Track number 5 is It. Pretty okay song. This was actually recorded with the Dream Factory kind of thing. Track number 6 is Starfish and Coffee. Love that song. That song is basically about like letting your mind be free, stuff like that. It's about school. Track number 7, Slow Love. Basically like a cool ballad and stuff like that, mixing with kind of jazzy kind of thing, you know. This basically another one of those underrated ballads, you know. Track number 8, Hot Thing. It's an alright song, you know. Track number 9, Forever in My Life. This is a really dope song, cause like I like the stripped down composition of the song, and he mixed it in with his smooth vocals and stuff like that. So like really, that's another thing about this album though. It's kind of like more stripped down, like other than his previous albums, you know. And it's this disc 1. Let me see this song. Okay, then we got track number 1 off the disc 2, You Got the Look, featuring Sheena Easton. For those who don't know who Sheena Easton is, she's like that pop singer and stuff like that. She made that like one song called Night Train. I mean, she made other songs, but I think that's like one of the most notable songs. And like this was actually her first appearance on a Prince record. And like what I read about her, she was originally supposed to be on this song, so I just thought that was really cool. And that song is a dope song. It has a video to it, you know. Track number 2, If I Was Your Girlfriend. Pretty classic song. Basically one of my favorite Prince songs of all time. This is actually one of the first songs he actually did. Well, he used his female alter ego Camille and stuff like that. That's how you can explain like the high pitched kind of sound going on. What I read about this song, I think Prince actually wrote this song about, he had a girlfriend, I think the name was Susanna Melvin, and she had like a close relationship with Wendy from Wendy and Lisa. And so I think Prince was kind of like, he kind of wrote that song based on that specific subject and stuff. TLC actually made a cover of this song off the Crazy Sexy Cool album. Pretty dope song. If I can find it, I'll post a link to it. Track number 3 is Strange Relationship. This is actually recorded off the 1999 era kind of thing. Pretty dope song. Track number 4, I Can Never Take the Place of Your Man. Another song recorded off the 1999. This song is a dope song, another dope song. Track number 5 is The Cross. This is actually like one of his like most like religious kind of songs, cause you should know like if you listen to Prince's music, he actually has that like religious thing going on in his songs and stuff like that. So I kind of like how that's how he sometimes gets criticisms and stuff, cause he mixes like religion and sex together, and you know. Track number 6 is gonna be A Beautiful Night. That's a solid song. Then we come to the last track, Adore. Now, Adore, in my opinion, his best ballad on the song. Like that song right there is, whew, like you can't go on with lyrics like until the break of dawn, I'll be there for you. You are my heart and mind. Truly adore you. Stuff like that. Like you can't really go wrong when he does the ballads though. I kind of feel like he never really gets the credit he deserves at times with the ballads. And that's the same thing with Rick James too. Like they never really get the credit they deserve when they do the ballads, because people only look at them like for the funk aspect, you know. But it is what it is. Anyway, that's the album for you. Other than that, classic album. Definitely his best album. Excuse me. Like his best album in my opinion. A lot of people said that. Like whenever I think of Prince, the first albums I think of is this album, Purple Rain, and Gold Experience. Those are the 3 albums I always think about. Like you can't like look. I think even this was actually voted the #1 album of the year. Why, like I think Rolling Stone or something like that. I forgot. So other than that, that's my review. Stay tuned for more. Peace.